Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pants Dragon, and today I want to be doing a video talking about the base attack speed of champions and just showing you some champions who have low base attack speed that's worth noting, and of course high base attack speed. Since you guys seem to like the mana regen and base attack damage video, so I decided to do another stat, which was attack speed, which is kind of important if you guys don't know how it works. I decided not to do health regen because I don't feel like it's too important, except maybe in the early game, but the reason I didn't find it important was because there are so many ways to gain health, such as lifesteal, Warmog's armor, health potions, and I guess recalling the base. So it's only really important, I guess, in the early game. Also, when this video is released, I'll be doing my first stream since a month ago, where I'll probably be playing some ranked games and having fun with you guys. So be sure to check that out at twitch.tv/LuigiDragon. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so if you don't know what base attack speed is, well, base attack speed is going to be this number right here. And what this number represents is a number that will be multiplied by items like Dagger, Runon's Hurricane, the attack speed you gain when you level up, passives that give you attack speed, etc. And so if you have low base attack speed, that means you have bad scaling with attack speed. But if you have a high base attack speed, like Callista, then you scale really good with attack speed. This is obviously just including synergies with attack speed, and just concentrating on the number. So now that you know what base attack speed means, let's go on to my research and what I discovered. So in my research, I was looking at all the base attack speeds of the champions in the game, and I did find some interesting stuff about certain champions. The two things I ignored were raw delay and additional attack speed needed to cap at level 18. And I concentrated on the value at level 1, which is your base attack speed. I didn't actually know what this raw delay meant, but it's just this formula right here, which equals your base attack speed. So yeah, it's nothing too special. Anyways, moving on, these are going to be your highest base attack speed champions in the game. Some champions that surprised me were Maokai, Akali, and Kennen, since, well, these champions don't have too much synergy with attack speed. And I don't think Kennen was designed to be an AD carry, so it's kind of weird seeing these champs. And then at the bottom of this list, we have some pretty big guys and some AD carries who don't scale so well with attack speed. Some champions worth noting are Graves and Caitlyn. And then afterwards, I used the median of the 128 champions to figure out what the champion in the middle's attack speed was, and it turned out to be Nasus, which had 0.638 attack speed. So you can say anything below 0.638 are champions who don't scale too well with attack speed, based obviously off the number, while anything above 0.638 are above average. The reason I used the median instead of the mean is, well, because it kind of gives similar results, and because I'm too lazy to actually get all the numbers of every champion and put it in a calculator. But I do agree with my own statement that 0.638 is a good number for just being good with attack speed, while say champions in 0.625 are the mediocre champions with attack speed, based on the number solely, of course. Don't worry, we'll talk about those champions with synergies with attack speed later. And as you can see, there are a bunch of champions in this number. It's also the raw number too. Anyways, let's talk about what I kind of found out when I was looking at these numbers. So the best AD carries who scale with attack speed are these champions right here. So I list Kennen and Teemo because, well, Kennen's being played in the AD carry role, as well as AP Kennen in the mid lane and top lane, while Teemo is listed because he's categorized as a marksman for whatever reason, even though he's obviously an AP carry. And Tryndamere is here too because, well, he's basically like an AD carry. And then now we're going to be talking about the worst AD carries who scale with attack speed. So coming up first at number 1 is going to be Graves. Now apparently this base attack speed is apparently a bug, as it displays his reload timer instead of his actual base attack speed. If you guys read the tooltip in game, it says the time between shots is dramatically increased. So in terms of the number, I don't actually have a good indication of how well he scales with attack speed, but I'll just say I'll probably get Berserker Greaves and then just go, all attack damage and critical strike. Now, next up we're going to be talking about Caitlyn. The first thing I want to mention is a pet peeve. This can only be found in the Wikia and patch notes, but in her passive tooltip, it does not state that she permanently gains 10% bonus attack speed, which probably a lot of people won't know. This is because in the preseason patch notes, they said Caitlyn's basic attacks scale with bonus attack speed at 90% effectiveness. Or they could have basically said her base attack speed went from 0.625 to 0.568. Because if you actually go in a game with no attack speed runes or masteries, you actually have 0.625 attack speed in total. So this number right here is the reason why I feel like is very inefficient. So I just like building pure attack damage and critical strike just with Berserker Greaves, and maybe Runons later for the late game, but yeah, just poor attack speed scaling. And next we're going to be talking about the 0.625 champions. So obviously Sivir and Jinx need attack speed because they're going into the regular AD carry build, as they are auto attack champions, while Ezreal and Corki are spellcaster champions. They rely mostly on their spells to do damage instead of auto attacks. Now I want to talk about Kindred. So obviously she has synergy with her passive, and she doesn't really build the traditional AD carry build. She kind of relies on her base damage with her skills and passive for damage. So this attack speed right here is one of the reasons why I didn't really like the Devourer build. And the other reason was the Sated Devourer nerf too. So I just relied on the armor penetration coming from the old warrior build. Plus her AD ratios aren't too bad. I feel like her Wolf, which people max out second now, does do quite a bit of damage with some AD. So it's not too bad building AD on her. And then finally, we're going to be talking about the alright AD carriers who scale with attack speed. So we see champions like Kog'Maw, Vayne, and Varus who have abilities which have synergy with attack speed. Everyone else here is relying on their auto attacks just to hit people more with. Next up, I want to be talking about champions who have synergy with attack speed, but have low base attack speed. Now obviously you won't stop building attack speed on these champions, but it's rather interesting to see what their base attack speed is. The Jungle Kench can go Devour build for funsies, but Cinderhawk's better. And next up we're going to be talking about champions who have high base attack speed and synergy with attack speed. So these can be noted as mostly of your Devour junglers. And something that I kind of noticed myself is Nocturne has a high base attack speed, and usually I will go for that warrior build, for that burst heavy Nocturne and just kill people. But seeing this makes me think otherwise. Plus, warrior doesn't give armor penetration anymore. Now to conclude this video, I just want to share what I found interesting while doing this research. And I didn't know that Shaco and Kalista had the highest base attack speed in the game. And now I can see why an attack speed build on Kennen is so good. And for Quinn, I didn't realize she had a pretty high base attack speed, and so I was having problems with coming up a build for her. In fact, I had like Boots of Swiftness because I want to be fast, when in reality, I probably should have gone Berserker's Greaves. And I actually thought Azir's base attack speed was higher than this. And if you guys didn't know, Release Azir had 0.556 attack speed. So that was one of the reasons why he was so bad on release. And I saw that Caitlyn's base attack speed was horrible, and apparently Grace's attack speed is hidden. So yeah, these are all the fun points I found when doing this video. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like if you did like this video. And if you did dislike it, leave a thumbs down and tell me why in the comments below. And yeah, make sure to check out my stream, since I'll probably be streaming right now at twitch.tv/LuigiDragon. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time. Jeremy, watch this.
I'm watching. Okay, I'm watching. Oh shit. No, that was pretty good.